So lately, I've been thinking about this idea of minimalism. Not the aesthetic version with the, like the white walls and the clean desks, but something a bit more personal. I'm talking about the kind of minimalism where you pick one thing and go all in. Because here's the thing, right? Most of us, we scatter. We've got 3 side projects, we've got 5 habits that we're trying to build, 2 potential career paths, and a dozen YouTube videos saved under watch later. Because maybe they'll change our lives. And we wonder why we're stuck. It's not that we don't care, right? It's not even that we're lazy, actually. It's that we're pulled in so many directions that we never actually end up going somewhere. And I've noticed this in myself too. Like, I'll be kind of doing this, kind of doing that, dabbling, testing the waters. It feels productive because I am doing stuff. But if I'm being honest, I'm just afraid to commit. Because committing means giving up this illusion that maybe the other thing could have worked too. And that's fucking terrifying. Let me change the... Yeah, that looks good. So, what if I choose the wrong path? What if, I suck at this one thing? What if I give it everything and it doesn't work out? But the irony is, not choosing it's already costing you. Because when you spread yourself too thin, nothing gets your full energy, your full effort, the effort that it requires to actually become something. Nothing gets the momentum it needs to actually become something that is real. And I think that this is where minimalism becomes powerful. Not in owning fewer things, but in carrying less mental weight. Choosing one path, one priority, one main focus. It clears the noise. It gives your mind space to go deeper instead of wider. Yeah. And that's where progress actually happens. I mean, just think about the people that are insanely good at something. Actually, no. Think about you doing 10 things at once and this other person doing one thing. And both of you giving the same amount of time. You giving the same amount of time in 10 things and them in one thing. Now tell me how arrogant you would have to be to think that you are so much better than this person that you can do tenfold. There's this clarity that comes when you go, alright, this is it, I'm doing this, I'm locking in, to use the lingo. You're not distracted by shiny new opportunities, you're not constantly second guessing, playing mental ping pong all day. You're just present, engaged, focused. And honestly, that kind of simplicity in life is underrated, especially in the world that we live in. It's not boring, it's powerful. But, of course, it's not going to be easy. Especially when we live in a world that's constantly saying, try more, be more, do more. We're addicted to potential. We romanticize options. But potential means nothing without execution. Potential only holds value when backed by execution. And you just can't execute properly when your attention is divided, you know? You can't go deep if you're constantly just switching context, chasing the next thing, wondering if you're missing out somewhere else. Who gives a fuck? Like, okay, so if you're feeling stuck, like overwhelmed, like your life is just a bunch of half-ass efforts, you're not broken, you're just trying to do too much at once. What if you just picked one thing? What if you locked in? Yeah, what if instead of just juggling 5 maybes, you just picked one fuck yes and you went all in on it with everything you've got? Even just for a while, just to see what happens when when your full energy is just dedicated to one single thing. When your full energy is in one place. It could be, a project, a habit, some goal. It doesn't matter. What matters is it's yours. You chose it, and you're passionate about it. You want it bad. And that you're willing to ride it out, whatever the fuck it may be that, acts as a hurdle in your way. You are willing to ride it out. You are willing to do what it takes. That's the kind of minimalism I'm trying to speak of. Not cleaning up the desk, cutting out all distractions, just cutting out the noise in my head that says I have to do everything all at once to have some sort of weight to my existence, to my being. Well, that got deep. Because sometimes growth isn't just about adding more. It's about removing the unnecessary. Growth is finding this one thing, then figuring out how to go forward with it, then adding whatever it is that is necessary for you to fulfill this goal, and then cutting out the stuff that's distracting you, that's keeping you from actually locking in. So yeah, maybe you don't need 5 plans. Maybe you only need 1. Maybe you have only ever needed 1 plan. 1 path, 1 thing that actually matters to your heart and soul. And of course, the balls to follow through. So, lock in. I'm rooting for you. Have an amazing day.